My name is Brent. You might know me from such things as the Rancho videos, the audio portion. I play the guitar there at times. Then they asked me to come out of the studio and do something with breasts on camera. Turns out it's chicken, but that's still fine with me because I love chicken. One of the things I love about this recipe is that it's so simple. There's very few ingredients, but they're all very high quality ingredients. The other thing is the macronutrient profile. There's 29 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbs, and about 13 grams of fat. So the healthy fats mostly come from our cashews. I use cashews in place of breadcrumbs. They're raw. I love the butteriness of them when I grind them up. It sticks very well to the breast and it's very messy, which is also kind of fun. The other thing we use is just a little bit of egg white from Happy Chickens. I use free range everything. We use salt and pepper to taste. I like to grind it. There's this thing about energy, the freshness of it. And if you're into Ayurveda at all or any of these nutritional technologies, you'll like the fact that we use a Hungarian paprika, a nice deep red color. It's always nice to use a bit of color in your recipes. Coconut oil, depending on how much chicken you're gonna make, I'll use maybe 2 tablespoons. Coconut oil, of course, doesn't break down under medium to medium-high heat, which is about what we'll be using. We use 4 breasts, again, from Happy Chickens. They were running around. Not so happy now, or maybe they are, who knows. I also like to wear what I eat, both after and before the meal. I have some cashews here represented on my Rancho shirt. Someone said I wear my heart on my sleeve and my nuts on my torso. So we mix our dry ingredients on a plate. The first thing I do is grind the cashews into a fine powder. I like to use a coffee grinder actually, but you can use whatever instrument will work. When you're working with these, unplug them. As long as we're food safe. Again, one reason we don't have this plugged in is because if you're like me and do things incorrectly, most people will use a utensil for this kind of part, and I like to live dangerously. Paprika. I like to mix the ingredients one at a time just to, well, for one, it's fun. I get to see what kind of spread pattern I'm getting. You really want this mixed in well. I like to do the no look. There's a nice heat in this dish with the paprika and the pepper. So it's a very metabolic dish, great for people who go to the gym. These chicken breasts, you can just bring them along with you and eat them cold, and they'll still taste great. Today I get to use this fantastic grill. Normally I use a frying pan. It's probably the biggest one that you have, just to make things easy on yourself. First thing is, once we get up to medium-high heat, put on our coconut oil. So you want them a bit on the thin side. Sometimes chicken breasts come uneven, you know, one side will be much thicker than the other, so you either want to hammer that down with a mallet, or if it's extra thick, then you can just cut it with a knife and have an extra little breast. So, put this in the egg. So like I said before, this gets extra messy, which is really fun, so it's good to have a little cloth next to you. Now as you're cooking, we always want to watch what's happening, so sometimes it'll go white just on the outside, and that is an indication that it's ready to be flipped. So you're watching to make sure that it doesn't burn, because that can happen very quickly with nuts. So the color is going to be a golden brown. I know you've never heard that in the cooking world before, but that's what we're looking for. Maybe a majestic color of some kind. Should radiate a nice vibe though. A really nice crispy texture on the outside. You want to aim for about 5 minutes per side, so if you do have a thermometer, place the thermometer right into the thickest part of the chicken, and it should come out as 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's how you know the center of the chicken's done. The other way to tell is just simply to cut it open. Again, the thickest part of the chicken. We don't want to be eating pink chicken. Of course, with any meats, we like to, when we take it off the grill, just let the chicken rest a little bit, contemplating which wine you want to drink with it. It's not a super impactful flavor, though it is kind of a deep flavor. So this is very nice. It's got a real nice vibe to it. And like I said, again, it's great for people who work out because it's, again, about 30 grams of protein, which is a good target to aim for under conventional nutritional wisdom for people who use their bodies, which I know you do. It doesn't create a big insulin rush in your body. In other words, it's a low glycemic meal. If you are looking to trim down, you want to increase your good fats and your protein. So one of the great things about cooking is you can invite friends over. So come on in, ladies. I've made something just for you.